When Chinese singer-actor Jiang Xingcheng, also known internationally as Stephen Zhang, mentioned that the Korean artist he most wanted to invite as a guest for his concert was none other than BTS's Jungkook, the statement sent ripples across fan communities, music forums, and entertainment media outlets. On the surface, it might sound like a casual acknowledgement, but beneath that acknowledgement lies a deep reflection of how Jungkook has transcended borders, language, and industry divisions to become an artist of global desire. For Jiang Xingcheng, a respected figure in China's entertainment world, singling out Jungkook reveals not only admiration, but also a recognition of how dominant Jungkook has become in shaping cultural conversations around modern music. Why Jiang Xingcheng expressed this wish? One must break down several dimensions of Jungkook's artistry, influence, and reputation. This discussion involves more than just musical ability. It ties into charisma, authenticity, cultural bridges, and the shared dreams of artists across Asia who see Jungkook not only as a peer, but also as a symbol of what is possible on the international stage. Jiang Xingcheng's remark is not isolated. It represents a regional consensus. Asian artists often view Jungkook as someone who elevates what it means to be a pop star from Korea. His name alone guarantees media coverage, fan enthusiasm, and an elevated status for any collaboration. When Jiang identifies Jungkook as his dream guest, it is because Jungkook represents a fusion of credibility and excitement, two elements that are rare to find in one person. Though Jiang Xingcheng is primarily known in China as both an actor and a singer, his vocal color is soft, emotional, and often geared toward ballads and contemporary pop. Jungkook, on the other hand, has built his reputation on versatility. He can deliver high-energy pop, smooth R&B, and deeply emotional ballads. The idea of these two sharing a stage instantly sparks curiosity. Fans imagine scenarios. Jungkook's powerful, polished vocals blending with Jiang's heartfelt tones. Jungkook dancing alongside Jiang in a choreographed moment that surprises the audience, or perhaps a stripped-down performance where their voices alone carry the weight of the moment. The potential chemistry is exactly why Jiang's comment was picked up so quickly by the press. It is not simply admiration, it is the recognition that Jungkook could elevate his concert into an unforgettable event. Another crucial layer behind Jiang's choice is Jungkook's ability to act as a cultural bridge. The relationship between Korea and China in entertainment is complex, marked by both collaboration and competition. For a Chinese artist to openly declare his wish to perform with Jungkook is a statement that transcends personal taste. It is an acknowledgement of Jungkook's role as a unifying figure in Asia's cultural landscape. Jungkook appeals to Chinese audiences, not just because of BTS's fame, but because of his personal artistry. Clips of his live performances, fan-captured rehearsal videos, and even casual gym sightings trend across Chinese platforms like Weibo and Douyin. For Jiang, inviting Jungkook means not only drawing in Korean fans, but also ensuring that the Chinese public feels that the concert is part of a broader, pan-Asian cultural dialogue. When one artist publicly states admiration for another, it creates a symbolic bond that fans deeply appreciate. For Jiang, the act of saying, "I want Jungkook at my concert," was not only about dreaming big, it was also about respect. In Asia, where public image and humility play significant roles, to single out one particular artist implies a level of sincerity. It also creates a mutual admiration loop. Though Jungkook has not yet responded directly, history shows that Jungkook often acknowledges and appreciates respect shown by other artists. This dynamic fosters not only fan excitement, but also an atmosphere of artistic unity, where musicians across borders see themselves as part of a shared movement rather than isolated industries. There are countless Korean idols and soloists who could have been named by Jang. Yet Jungkook stood out. The reasoning lies in several intertwined elements. Unparalleled stage presence. Jungkook's reputation as one of the best live performers in K-pop is not an exaggeration. His ability to control an audience, whether in a stadium of 70, 0, or a small broadcast stage, is legendary. Jang knows that having Jungkook on stage would electrify the atmosphere instantly. Global name recognition. Even beyond BTS, Jungkook's solo career has proven that his name carries international weight. For Jang, collaborating with Jungkook would not only be artistically satisfying, but also strategically beneficial for global exposure. Versatility across genres. Jungkook's vocal range allows him to adapt to nearly any genre. Whether Jang wanted to perform a Chinese ballad, an R&B duet, or a pop anthem, Jungkook would deliver with precision. Fan enthusiasm. No discussion of Jungkook is complete without acknowledging the power of his fan base. Having Jungkook as a guest guarantees not only ticket demand, but also international media attention, which can transform a local concert into a global headline. The emotional factor. Jungkook embodies authenticity. His journey from a young trainee in Busan to the golden matinee of BTS, and now a global soloist, resonates with fans and artists alike. For Jang, this authenticity makes Jungkook a dream collaborator. This mention also highlights the evolving relationship between K-pop and C-pop. While the two industries have often been portrayed as rivals, moments like Jang's statement show that admiration flows both ways. C-pop artists acknowledge the dominance and artistry of K-pop figures, while K-pop artists have increasingly shown appreciation for Chinese fans and culture. Jungkook's presence at a Chinese concert would not merely be about one performance. It would signal a deepening bond between two entertainment industries that have the potential to create collaborative projects capable of captivating all of Asia and beyond. Beyond all industry analysis lies the emotional heart of the statement. Fans of Jungkook know how deeply he values sincerity in music. He has often spoken about how performance is not just about technical perfection, but also about conveying genuine feeling. Jimqin, whose music is often described as deeply emotional and heartfelt, likely recognizes in Jungkook a kindred spirit, an artist who sings not only to impress, but to move. For fans, imagining these two on stage is not just about the vocals or choreography. It is about witnessing an authentic exchange of artistry, a meeting of hearts across borders. In that sense, Jang's wish taps into a collective desire. Audiences everywhere long to see moments where art rises above nationality, language, and industry divisions. Jang Xingcheng's wish for Jungkook is not just about musical synergy, it is about symbolism. For decades, China's entertainment industry has both admired and competed with Korean pop culture. Collaborations between Korean and Chinese artists have always attracted attention, but many were driven by corporate strategies rather than genuine artistic admiration. Jang's statement, however, was framed as a personal wish. Jungkook stepping onto a Chinese stage would mean more than a performance. It would signal a cultural embrace, a message that artistry transcends politics, language, and industry barriers. Fans in China already follow Jungkook with intense devotion, as his hashtags trend frequently on Weibo and fan-captured videos receive millions of views. Having him perform live in collaboration with a beloved Chinese artist would mark a historic moment in regional entertainment. Music is not only about technical performance, but about shared emotional resonance. Jungkook is known for emotional delivery in his songs, often appealing to audiences who crave sincerity and intimacy in music. Jungkook, meanwhile, has built his reputation on a similar foundation. His performances often leave fans describing his voice as a conversation with the heart. The alignment is striking. Jang's ballads aim to capture the vulnerability of life and love. Jungkook's solo tracks, even when upbeat, contain an undercurrent of honesty that fans deeply connect with. A joint performance would thus not feel manufactured but deeply authentic. A dialogue between two artists who value sincerity above spectacle. That is why Jang's remark resonates emotionally. It is not about staging a flashy guest appearance. It is about finding an artist who shares his values. The potential impact on audiences. If Jungkook were to appear as Jang's guest, the ripple effects would be extraordinary. For Chinese fans, it would be validation of their admiration for Jungkook, offering them a rare chance to witness his artistry up close without traveling abroad. For Korean fans, it would signal Jungkook's role as a cultural ambassador, representing Korean music proudly on another nation's stage. For global fans, the collaboration would be a reminder that music truly transcends borders, sparking global conversation across fan bases that may not typically overlap. For the entertainment industry, it would set a precedent for future collaborations, showing that genuine admiration between artists can create moments more impactful than corporate deals. The emotional energy of such an event would not only fill an arena, but also dominate digital spaces. Clips would trend worldwide, cementing the collaboration as a milestone in modern Asian pop culture. An often overlooked element of Jungkook's career is how many other artists publicly admire him. From global icons like Usher, Charlie Puth, and Justin Bieber to fellow Asian performers such as Japanese choreographers, Thai actors, and now Jang Xingcheng, the pattern is consistent. Jungkook is not only admired by fans, but also by peers. This peer admiration speaks volumes. Artists often recognize qualities that audiences may overlook: discipline, consistency, emotional intelligence, and authenticity. For Jung to single out Jungkook is to acknowledge that among Korea's many stars, Jungkook embodies these rare traits at the highest level. One of the most striking contrasts is between Jungkook's global fame and his personal humility. Despite breaking records and being labeled the global pop prince, he often downplays his success, framing it as a collective effort with fans or his BTS members. This humility makes him more approachable not only to fans, but also to fellow artists like Jang. For Jang, the dream of inviting Jungkook may not just stem from admiration of his talent, but also from respect for his character. In an industry often criticized for ego and competition, Jungkook represents humility grounded in artistry. That emotional resonance makes the wish more relatable. Jung is not asking for a superstar to boost his concert. He is hoping to share the stage with someone whose humanity matches his artistry.